Lord Thomas de Scales or Thomas Scales de Newselles or Thomas Scalles KG, 7th Baron Scales, Knight of the Garter from 1426, was one of the main English commanders in the last 30 years of the Hundred Years' War. The son of Robert de Scales, 5th Baron Scales, he succeeded his brother Robert de Scales, 6th Baron Scales as Baron. Thomas distinguished himself in France, against Jack Cade and in many other places. He was rewarded with a grant of £100 a year during his life and the privilege of a 200-ton ship to transport goods wherever he saw fit. He was summoned to Parliament from 1445 to 1460. Scales was an important man of considerable wealth. This is alluded to in Shakespeare's Henry VI, Part 3. King Edward IV's brothers George and Richard complained to Edward about his bestowal of Scales' heiress on his queen's parvenu brother, instead of one of them. Military commander. In 1422, Scales crossed the Channel to Normandy, and served as a lieutenant of John of Lancaster, the Duke of Bedford. By 1423, Scales was captain of Verneuil. From 1424 to 1425, he fought alongside John Falstaff to recapture the fortress at Maine. He was captured at the Battle of Patay in 1429 and later ransomed. According to a recruitment roll now at the National Army Museum, he commanded a corps of 728 archers and about 50 infantry at the Siege of St. Denis. In 1439, to cut off Mont Saint-Michel, at the end of the French bridge in English-held territory, he founded the citadel of Granville. In 1442, Granville was taken by surprise by the French defenders of the Mont. In the Wars of the Roses, Scales fought for Lancaster, and as such appears in Shakespeare's Henry VI, Part 2. On the 25th of July 1460, Scales was murdered, having, as commander of the Tower of London, turned its weapons against the city which was supporting the Yorkist Earl of Salisbury in besieging the Tower. Residences. Thomas held Rivenhall in Essex, Newselles and Barkway in Hertfordshire, and Islington, Middleton, Lynn, Hardwick, Wrongton, Tilney and Clenchmorton in Norfolk. Coat of arms. Argent, a fess and a canton gules family. Thomas married Ismaine Walesburg. They had 2 children, Thomas Scales. Lady Elizabeth de Scales Woodville, Baroness Scales, married Anthony Woodville, 2nd Earl Rivers.